I did get a hearing on my special prosecutor bill, which I think is a solution for protecting our police officers. The reason why I think that is because it addresses the fact that the general public no longer has faith in our legal system. So hopefully we will get that moved out of committee, and then we will see where that goes. Democrats are continuing with our anti-corruption legislation, so perhaps you have seen Representative Ellerbrock has filed a new bill addressing transparency. We have been unable to get the governor to provide any information about where funding came from for inauguration, and so as a legislature, I believe we have the obligation to move forward so that this does not happen again, and so Representative Ellerbrock has filed such a bill. So with that, that's kind of where we are for the week. I'll take any questions.
With your bill that was heard this week, have you spoken to the chairman? Do you anticipate getting out of that committee?
Not sure just yet. There were a few suggestions, so we're going to look at maybe some things that we need to tweak. I am meeting with several prosecutors. You may have noted the prosecutors were the only folks that actually spoke against the bill. However, I have some individual prosecutors who are in support of it, so I'm going to have some meetings with them and see if there's things that we need to tweak, and then I will work with the chairman to see if we can get it out of committee.
I wanted to ask too, you're not the first Democrat that's had a bill heard in committee yet. I know that those ethics bills that were filed by a lot of Democrats, kind of headed by Representative Kendrick, those also got hearings. Is it good to see that those have been referred early despite the fact that Democrats are a super minority party?
I will say it's good that those were heard, but the percentages of Democratic bills that have actually been assigned to committee and actually heard is still very minimal, and I'm hopefully that will change in the next few weeks.
Representative, while you were on the floor this week, we kind of had a little bit of an emotional testimony from you while we were discussing some of the police bills, and it brought up some thoughts on the death penalty. Do you think that we eventually are going to have any more discussion on the death penalty?
I am hopeful. That bill has been filed as an individual bill. Clearly a very emotional topic for me, but I am hopeful that we will see that again as its individual bill so we can deal with it on its own merits. Anything else?
Do you endorse the letter that's going around about Real ID and asking the Attorney General to fight against it?
I do not, nor do my constituents. It's a definite issue, and from a personal perspective, I have a relative that's buried on a military base, and without a passport, I can't go visit the grave. And for me, that's a tradition that I have done since I was little. To prevent families from being able to go on military bases without some kind of passport. Everyone can't afford a passport. They're not that easy to get. They take time, they cost money. And I think the majority of our constituents want us to resolve this issue. And while I'm not necessarily pleased that the bill creates a dual system, for those who don't like the Real ID Act, they'll have an option, and those who want it can follow it. So we've gotten confirmation from Homeland Security that they would accept that option, and I think we need to move forward with it.
Is there going to be any push on the part of the Democrats to replace Representative Lant on the Litigation Reform Committee?
I have requested that he be replaced. This is not the first situation that we have had with Representative Lant. His unwillingness to even acknowledge that something was done inappropriately suggests to me that perhaps he should not be heading that committee.